Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xentorogaming here, welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you're doing great because I sure am as always. Now today we got some very interesting Infinite Flight news for some new features coming in the 20.1 update. That's right, the first update of 2020 and we're halfway through the 5th month. But let's get straight to this. So, Infinite Flight are giving up the ghost. Now that's really interesting guys. As many of you aware, violations or ghosts or reports can result in you getting kicked off of an expert server. And that is very frustrating if you have completed a long haul flight and ATC has the power just to kick you. Looks like that's all about to change. So I'm going to take you step by step through this Infinite Flight article that Jason uploaded last night. In update 20.1, Infinite Flight will say goodbye to the ghost or report to make way for a much improved violation system. We expanded on our violation model in an effort to simplify the way we moderate the online experience, removing any vague verbiage along the way. I don't actually know that word, guys. Hang on, give me a sec, I'm going to look up that word, hang on. Okay, so the word's verbiage and excessively lengthy or technical speech or writing. So basically, I don't know, any long efforts, I don't know. Right, you'll find grade table improvements, reworked violation messages, and more, all to take the guesswork out of the violations and how they affect your Infinite Flight progression. Okay, so there are going to be 3 levels of violations, by the way, everyone. So let's talk through the violation level, shall we, as it says in the article. Starting in 20.1, a violation system will be more automated. Restriction times and access to the expert server will be based solely on the nature of the offence and won't be chosen by ATC. Honestly, when I read that line, I was like so happy because I feel like ATC have way too much power. I feel like everyone makes mistakes as well, and ATC do make mistakes sometimes, which I think is unfair. So ATC will have much less power now, so they might not be happy with that, but in my view I'm quite pleased with that. So violations will be based on severity and indicated as level 1, 2 or 3. Words like report or ghost will be a thing of the past. Well, that's a nice way to put it, but I got a feeling report and ghost may still be. I'm definitely sure ghost or so. I'm sure those words may stick around, but they are definitely going to be a word of the past in that sense. So violation level 1, a level 1 violation, their system generated. They'll be received if a pilot violates a specific set of parameters on the training or expert server. Examples of this are overspeed while taxiing, flight overspeed, aerobatics inside an airspace, and runway idle. Exact details will be available on our new online user guide coming soon. They're sending out a user guide, guys. Probably going to be another like 10-minute video. Jokes, sorry. It's only a few minutes. I do recommend watching the Infinite Flight ATC tutorials. They're very helpful if you don't want to get banned. Receiving 3 or more level 1 violations will disconnect the pilot from the server, causing them to have to start their flight again, which they can do immediately if they choose. Okay, that's fair enough. Violation level 2, that's right guys, we're on the 2nd level now. So level 2 violations are tied to infractions pilots can receive by expert server, ATC or IFATC if it's otherwise put, when rules are broken. Unlike the previous system, IFATC must select an exact rule that has been broken in order to issue the violation. The pilot will be notified of the violation on the screen and will be disconnected from the server. Options at that point will be to visit the user guide, continue their flight while disconnected, or they can just end the flight. Pilots receiving level 2 violations may return to the expert server immediately, provided their total number of level 2 and 3 violations remain below server limits. I do not know the server limits right now. They might be released a bit later on. Examples of level 2 violations include pushing back or taxiing without permission, failure to maintain adequate separation, and newly added unresponsive while climbing, descending or manoeuvring. Now, I believe that's fair enough, unresponsive while climbing, descending and manoeuvring. But I think the manoeuvring bit, it may be a bit vague there, but I'm pretty sure they mean like aerobatics. So level 3 violations. Now, level 3 violations are similar to level 2 but more severe. The pilot will be immediately disconnected from the server, again with the option to fly or flying. So that's good, they can flying. Level 3 violations carry a 7-day wait period before being allowed in the expert server again, so these are big punishments. Level 3 violations include taking off or landing from a runway or the wrong runway, flying through other aircraft and not following assigned ATC heading, altitude or speed. Now, this bit at the end, so ATC heading, altitude or speed. Now, so I've had an issue about IFATC before. and they sent me instructions, and yes, I was stupid, I read the wrong instructions and I got kicked. So I think it's because IFATC, so instead of resending the instruction with the resend button, what they do, they just say, please follow instructions, and if you haven't read the instructions, or you've not seen it, or you've not heard it, and you've just completely missed it, instead of that, it's hard to explain, everyone. But anyway, violations are kept on the pilot's record. Therefore, if the pilot continues to receive violations level 2 and 3 only, expert server access will be restricted longer. Currently, a total of no more than 5 level 2 and or 3 violations can be received within a 365-day rolling period for access to the server. So expert server is going to be much more professional with only 5 of them allowed. Violations can be received within a 365-day rolling period. For example, if a pilot receives their first level 2 or 3 on June the 1st, and it's over the course of 365 days, receives 4 more level 2 or 3 violations, they must wait until their first violation is lapsed on the 31st of May of the following year before rejoining. So you actually have to wait a year, which is, I think, I'm not saying it's unfair, it's reasonable. They can still use training server, but training server is going to become the new busy server, I think. Provided they haven't accumulated any more level 2 or 3 violations, just mean their count is now 4. So, okay, fair enough. Right, the overall changes of the introduction level 2 and 3 are designed to help ease burden from the pilot making an honest mistake, hopefully avoiding a 7-day restriction from the expert server. We encourage each pilot to review their new user guide, tutorials, and other available resources. So they're all on the Infinite Flight YouTube channel. Okay, so how do pilots know they received the violation? They get this lovely image that you received the violation, with of course the amazing name of the IFATC person who was ever so kind to report you. Okay, so pilots have now received any type of violation and can finish their flight offline. This is nice if they are not planning to fly with a group and would still like to participate. Alternatively, they can end the flight, head to the user guide for some brushing up on the rules. The community forum is a fantastic place. That's right, guys, it's a fantastic place, but they do keep shutting down chats at the moment. Existing reports. What if a pilot already has ghost reports from the day on the record? All violations will become level 1. All pre-20.1 ghosts will become level 3 violations on the pilot's record. Existing reports and violations will not be reset. Yeah, that's it'd be nice if they could reset it. Everyone likes a clean start. So here's the new grade table. It looks pretty good, fair enough. You know, they have to update it like that anyway. Grades in infant flight determined by a pilot's record, so you guys can see that. So whatever grade you are, it depends on what level you are in it. There we go, it explains how to do it. And then you can see in a logbook type of thing what kind of violations you've got and what have you gotten for. So you can appeal violations. Controllers are human and mistakes happen, like I've said. It can be very frustrating indeed when a pilot is removed from a server after a long and otherwise successful flight. We encourage pilots to stay calm and follow the process to their violation has been reviewed. For level 2 and 3 violations only, the violation history log will show the time and date, type, reason, and controller's username. Armed with this information and wherever possible the link to the replay file, pilots are encouraged to visit the Infinite Flight community forum to send the controller a message. Yeah, okay. Just don't start a fight with the controller if that's what you guys end up doing. Here you can appeal your violations. Head to the community. You can send a message to that appeals, so that'll be reviewed by moderators. And you give the team up to 72 hours to issue a response, so that's quite late, but it's fair enough. The Infinite Flight violation system is designed to help pilots control and ensure the expert server is a place that everyone can enjoy their flight with a professional environment. And it'll be even more professional now with VNAV coming, everyone. While coming up with the perfect system may seem impossible, these changes should be a step in the right direction. Now, guys, I do fully agree with this. It's amazing to see this finally happen. I've been saying for a while, IFATC do have way too much power in the expert servers, but it's what it is. Now, also, if you guys did quickly miss this video, I'm going to play it right now, because I saw this trailer the other day, and I am still amazed by it, so I'm going to have to play it. I'm really sorry. Okay, that was a pretty cool trailer, come on guys, you know it was. Now, other than that, I'm going to see you in tomorrow's YouTube video. Good night. If you're still here at this time in the YouTube video, comment down in the comment section, I am a banana. just comment I'm a banana. Really curious who made it this far in the video. Good night.
Find your